opposed program who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Tangent. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll ride the hot hand. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. Gonna try to get it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Quarterback may change this route. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Strong. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Trucks through the defender. Just plowing ahead. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unleashes one. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 25 to Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go.
Breaks away on the left. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. From the red zone, looking for a space. Slings it downfield. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. He'll keep it himself. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play that sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Puts him in the spin cycle. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back in 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Power football with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Roberts. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the 1st down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football.
There he goes. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Peoples. Running to Green. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Fires it. Finds his man open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll leave it with him. Just ran him over. Gets it down to the 13-yard line as they try to score before the half.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To throw, it's Underwood. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Caught near the sideline, it's Morgan. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rush.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe,
He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 19 to Tennessee. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Zings it complete to the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, and again. Just wears you out.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
To the air. It's St. Clair. The sure hands. It's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Yep, turning it on. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately...
Touchdown, Wolverines! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Just keep slinging it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive things.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Dances away. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted, number 19. Got some room to run. Grabs him with the stiff arm.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Caught near the sticks, it's Peoples. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's complete. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches,
into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They're going to pull off this big rally. They'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try it over the left side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Flips it out on the screen. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing.
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. These corners going to give these receivers some space. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level, just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll take it himself. Oh, my goodness, he's not even close to the 1st down marker, and they'll have to give up the football. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it behind the line, it's Singleton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Can't get him to the ground. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Peoples. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And
oh, he's got some space.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.